I'm going to read through this just so sometimes when you hear it as we read through it, it makes it better for some reason. So if we have a slope and a y-intercept, we're going to use this form, y equals mx plus b. We're going to substitute the values for m and b. If I know the slope is 2 and the y-intercept is -4, I'm just going to plug them in. I plug 2 where the slope is supposed to be. I plug in -4 where the b is supposed to be. And if I want it in standard form, that means both x and y terms are on one side. I'm going to subtract 2x to get it to the other side. Let's see what you can do. If you know the slope is 5 and the y-intercept's at 3, what would be your equation? So we plug in 5 for the slope, 3 for the y-intercept. If I want it in standard form, I just move the x term to the other side. So this is one of my answers, or I could have -5x plus y equals 3, taking that 5x to the other side. If you haven't already tried the next one, do the next one. I don't necessarily need that plus 0 on the end there. I could just have -2/3 x, that's all right. Standard form, actually, with this we've got a fraction, and standard form not only needs both x and y terms on one side, so where we'd have 2/3 x plus y equals 0. We also can't have fractions. So to get rid of those fractions, we'd have to multiply everything by that denominator, multiply everything by 3. So if I multiply the first term by 3, second term by 3, 0 by 3, just letting you be aware of more than one way we can write this equation. This right side is actually technically standard form. Reading through it, we can do two choices. If we know the slope and a point, we're going to start with the slope-intercept form, but there's another one that we'll get to on the back side. Let's say our slope is -1/2, and it's going to go through the point 4, -1. If I want to do this in slope-intercept form, I know the slope is going to be that -1/2, so I'll put it there. The point that I know is going to be plugged in for the x and the y term. Notice how 4 is my x coordinate, so it was plugged in the x's spot. That -1 is the y coordinate, so it's plugged in the y spot. I solve for b. Once I figure out what b is, I go back to y equals mx plus b form, put in the slope, put in the y-intercept, and then I can manipulate it to where it's in standard form. Let's see if you can do it. We know slope is -2 and the point is 5, -4. If you don't know where to start, let me help you. Let's start with the formula y equals mx plus b. Put in what you know. So I know slope is going to be -2. I know my x coordinate in my point is 5. My y coordinate is -4. So notice their placements. And then I don't know what b is. That's what I'm going to find. So multiply, get 10 to the other side. 6 is b. But what do we do next? We have to write an equation. So instead of m, I'm going to have that -2. And now I can use that b. Once you find b, we have to write an equation for it using the slope. So standard form would be where both x and y terms are on the same side. Add 2x.